Hey, Jimmy with Cuffin Stuff. Well, today we're going to do one of my favorites. We're going to do a standing rib roast. Now, a lot of people mistakenly call these a prime rib roast or just prime rib. Well, all prime ribs are standing rib roasts or ribeye roast, but not all ribeye or standing rib roasts are prime rib roast. Prime is just a classification of the grade of meat that this is. Today, we're not doing prime. We're doing what you would normally find in a grocery store. This is good for any holiday occasion, or I just love them any time of the year. So stick around. This is going to be a good one. So hang tight. Okay, well, so what we've got is we've got about a 10-pound standing rib roast. Now, you know the old saying, all prime rib is a standing rib roast, but all standing rib roast are not prime rib. And this is the case here. This is not a prime cut piece of meat. It's pretty good, it's got pretty good marbling in it. But this is a standing rib roast. This is what you will find generally at the grocery store. So that's what we're doing today. All right, without going through all the prep work that I've done, I've trimmed it up a little bit. I left some fat on top because when I sear it, I want to leave some of that. I'm going to do a little bit of crust over the top. I have taken and I have sliced right down by the bone about 80% of the way, all the way down. It's still attached at the bottom down here. But I want to leave that because I want to get some of the Uncle Steve shake down into the meat and not try to shoot it through this membrane, fat, and bone on this side, okay? So I'm going to leave the bone on. I'm not taking it off and doing away with it. But the first thing I'm going to do, and this is something I don't do a lot of, but in this case, I have washed this, dried it, and it has been in the refrigerator overnight and basically uncovered, so it's pretty dry. That's what I wanted. I was not trying to dry age it by any means overnight, but that does dry it up a little bit, and that's what I want. I am using Worcestershire sauce, and I'm gonna just basically get Worcestershire sauce on it. All right. Now, as I said, you've seen me if you've watched any of my videos. If not, you need to. But if you've seen me do any of my videos, you know I use Uncle Steve's shake. Now this is Uncle Steve's thick meat, okay? This is good stuff. I love this on beef, all right? Basically, this is a big ribeye roast with the bone left in, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put a nice heavy coat, okay? Because this is a lot of meat. It can take a lot of seasoning, and I'm gonna lay it to it. And again, like I said, I love this thick meat with beef. So I'm gonna lay it to it. And you see, I'm not kidding. I'm putting it on pretty heavy here. All right, I'm gonna put it on all the sides. And by the way, this is the small bottle. When you order, take advice from me. Don't order the small bottle. They disappear. Once you get started on this, you're gonna really love it. Go and get the big bottle, don't get the little one. Because you're gonna be ordering again real quick. Now, as I said, I have taken and cut this down the bone. So I want to take and be sure I get this between the bone and the meat. And I want to get it in here. And there you have it. That's ready to go on the smoker. And you see, I don't like to waste any of this. This is, All right, so let me do a couple of things and then we're gonna put it on the smoker and I'll bring you back. Okay, well, you see we've got the pit barrel ready. I've got a little bit of peach wood around the edges. That's a sweet wood I love to add in with beef a lot. That's just my choice of fruit wood. I'm going to take and I'm going to put the standing rib roast, or what some people call prime rib. I don't call this one a prime rib, but okay. A ribeye roast, whatever you want to call it. And also, I am going to stick right down through the middle of this thing and the temperature probe. And I want to be about in the middle of the meat. So I'm going to put it right there. Put the lid on. And we've got the vent, which is just the opening on the bottom. We've got it about where it ought to be. So, only thing to do with a pit barrel, let her do her thing, and that's what we're gonna do. So, as we check in on it, we'll bring you back. Okay, well, we have reached 125 degrees. And that's where I want it to be. Whew. And let's take and scoop this out. Pull the probe out. All right, let's go over here. Okay, we have got this pretty much at the temperature we want. What we're going to do is we've got the grill heating up. Now we're going to let this rest for about 10 minutes and we're going to let it do what it's going to do, and then we're going to take it and put it over on the grill and we're going to sear it. So hold on just a minute. We'll bring you back and we'll show you how we do that. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got my grill right at 550 degrees. That's hot enough. I'm not going to wait on 600. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this roast. You hear that? All right, 1 minute. Oh my goodness, that does smell good. Okay, minute on that side. Turn these lights on so you see what we got here. I hope. All right. Minute on this side. Okay. We've been a couple of minutes on that side. Oh my goodness. Does that smell good? All right. So, let's take him off. Well, let's wrap him up. I'm going to wrap him up in tin foil in this full pan. And I'm going to let him rest. Soak all those juices up for about somewhere between 15 and 30 minutes. We're going to take him in, and when we open him back up and unwrap him, we'll bring him back. So we've let her rest about 30 minutes. You see we had a towel over it. Ooh, it's still warm. All right. Let's take the foil off of her. Oh my goodness. Sure does smell good. Pour all that jus back in there. All right. First thing we want to do is, and see this, we didn't even have to cut it. The butcher string came right off. It was already cut. All right, first thing we need to do, we already started, so let's take, and we're gonna cut right down that bone. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That is gonna be some more good. I don't know where the dinosaur bones come from. There it is. All right. All right. Here's what I want. I want about 1/2 inch slices. So I'm gonna start with this Dahlstrom knife, and I'm gonna cut about 1/2 inch slices down it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so pretty. And it's just as tender as it can be cutting through. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? Well, okay. Well, again, here's the best part, and I get to do the best part. I'm sorry, but I promise if you were here, I would let you participate. That's got a little bark. That's a good medium rare. Oh my goodness. That's delicious. It's worth every penny. Okay, taste it.
Give me that. That's yummy. Look at that. So yummy. Mom! I cooked it! Not you! Good.
Well, what's the verdict? Is it good?
It's good.
Excellent.
Excellent. He's the king of cover stuff.
Well, what can I say? Baby approved. That standing rib roast, Uncle Steve shake, that thick meat, man, that's the stuff. I love it on beef. Thanks for hanging around. Until next time, if you haven't already, hit the circle over here, subscribe. We appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you'd like to see in the next video. Until next time, hang tight.